Once upon a time, in a remote part of China, there was a vast monastery where 500 monks lived. They all practiced the path of self-realization under the guidance of their Zen master. One day, a man came to the monastery seeking to become a disciple. Approaching the Zen master, he said, "Master, I want to know myself. I want to understand the truth." The Zen master gazed at him and replied, "If you truly wish to know the truth, you must be willing to stake your entire life on it. It may take your whole lifetime. And even then, there is no guarantee that you will attain the truth in this life. Are you ready for such a commitment?" Without hesitation, the man responded, "Master, I have come here with no intention of turning back. I am ready." The master nodded. "Very well. If that is the case, I ask only one thing of you. There are 500 monks here, and they all need to eat. Your task will be to pound the rice for them from morning until night. Just keep pounding rice. When you are tired, go to sleep. And when you wake, start again. Do nothing else. Think of nothing else. Do not come to me again. I will come to you when the time is right." The young man accepted the task and began pounding rice, just as the master instructed. From dawn until dusk, he worked without interruption, providing rice for all the monks. He slept in the same room where he worked, spoke to no one, and no one came to speak to him. For the first few months, his mind was flooded with thoughts, but over time, as he focused solely on his task, the thoughts began to fade. Gradually, his mind became quiet. As years passed, he even forgot his own name, lost in the rhythm of pounding rice. He neither meditated nor read any scriptures, and the senior monks viewed him as simple-minded, far below their level. 12 years passed this way. One day, the Zen master announced, "My time is nearing its end, and I must choose a successor. Whoever among my disciples has attained self-realization should write a few lines near my door tonight, summarizing their understanding." Many disciples felt worthy of the task. One of the chief disciples, highly knowledgeable in Buddhist scripture, wrote, "The mind is like a mirror on which the dust of thoughts and desires accumulates. To sweep away this dust is meditation. When the dust is cleared and the mirror is pure, one attains salvation." When the master saw these lines the next morning, he was furious. "Who wrote this nonsense on my wall?" he demanded. Though full of wisdom, the words reflected mere book knowledge, not true realization. The chief disciple, though clever, had not signed his name. Uncertain of his own understanding, the master rejected the lines entirely, and the entire monastery was abuzz with confusion. Two disciples, discussing the incident, passed by the man who had spent the past 12 years pounding rice. To their surprise, he laughed softly. They asked him, "Why are you laughing?" He responded, "Because the master is right. Those lines are worthless." Shocked, the disciples asked, "Can you write something better?" "I cannot write," the rice pounder said. "I am illiterate, but I can speak a few lines. If you write them down, I will go with you." The disciples agreed, and together they went to the master's door. The rice pounder recited, and one of the disciples wrote, "The mind is an illusion. There is neither mind nor a mirror. When the mind does not exist, where can the dust settle? He who realizes this knows the truth." When the master saw these lines, he immediately rose in the middle of the night and went to the rice pounder, waking him gently. "Take this," he said, handing over his stick and robe. "From this moment, you are my successor. But leave the monastery at once and go far away. Many here who consider themselves superior will not be able to accept that a simple rice pounder has become enlightened. They will kill you out of envy." The rice pounder bowed to his master, touched his feet in gratitude, and left that very night. The master watched him go, knowing that wherever he went, people would find him, drawn to his wisdom. "When a flower blooms," the master mused, "its fragrance spreads everywhere." The story of the rice pounder teaches us that meditation is not confined to sitting in silence with closed eyes. True meditation can be practiced while working, walking, or doing any task. It is the state of being so absorbed in what you are doing that you lose all sense of self. Just as the rice pounder became one with his task, and through that simple act found self-realization. Zen is about being fully present in the moment, free from thoughts. When there are no thoughts, there is no mind, and without the mind, only the pure self remains. We do not need to seek elaborate spiritual practices to discover our true nature. We need only to be completely immersed in whatever we are doing, allowing the work itself to become our meditation.